Former French President Nicolas Sarkozy is fighting back against allegations of taking financial advantage of France's richest woman. Yesterday, a judge placed Sarkozy under a formal investigation for accepting illegal campaign donations from Liliane Bettencourt, the elderly heiress to cosmetic company L'Oreal. The donations were allegedly accepted for his 2007 presidential campaign. For more on this story, we've got Anna Cunningham standing by in Paris. These allegations, walk me through what they're all about, Anna.
Well, as you said, it dates back to 2007. That was the year that Nicolas Sarkozy was elected as French president. And it's all about illegal funding, allegations of illegal funding for his campaign. Now, he had become friends with the Bettencourts when he was the mayor of a very wealthy suburb of Paris. He knew them well, so he was no stranger to visiting them. But the allegation actually centres around envelopes of cash, stuffed with cash, allegedly, 150,000 euros worth, that Liliane Bettencourt's staff are said to have handed over to aides who were working for Nicolas Sarkozy. Now, that total is around $200,000, and the problem here is that under French law, any individual funding for such a campaign is limited strictly to around $6,000. Now, Nicolas Sarkozy has always denied these allegations. He said that in 2007, he only ever visited the Bettencourts once. He said that he never took any money from them for his campaign, but this is totally contradictory to what Liliane Bettencourt's staff have said. And she is said to have been in bad health from around 2006, both physically and mentally, hence this allegation that he took financial advantage of a vulnerable woman. And what we saw yesterday surprised everyone. Certainly those close to Nicolas Sarkozy did not expect him to be placed under formal investigation. It's just one step away from being charged. He was actually summoned to Bordeaux to meet with the lead investigator. There was a confrontation there, so we've been told. It was a hearing behind closed doors. Also there were 4 members of Liliane Bettencourt's staff. And as I said, they gave very different accounts of what had happened. And it does seem to be at the moment a case of the former French president versus what the butler saw, because the butler was there and he said that Nicolas Sarkozy had allegedly visited the house more than once in 2007.
Now, what's the reaction from Nicolas Sarkozy?
Well, I think it's fair to say he's one very angry man today. We haven't heard from him personally, but we have heard from his lawyer, who has said that he is outraged. He describes the treatment he's had under the judiciary as scandalous, and his lawyer has said that he will be appealing against this decision that he has described as unjust, unfair, and very much the supporters of Nicolas Sarkozy have reiterated his lawyer's comments. They've also questioned the timing of this, because there have been recent polls which have suggested were the French presidential elections to take place now between Nicolas Sarkozy and the French President François Hollande, then Nicolas Sarkozy would win. So they have questioned the timing of this. And it's interesting as well because since Nicolas Sarkozy lost the presidential election last year, politically he's been very quiet. That is, until this weekend, there was an interview in a French magazine with him, and he gave his strongest indication that he would be prepared for a political comeback. But I think it's fair to say that any ambitions in that direction now will have to be put on hold. This is very serious for him. If they decide to charge him, he will face a trial. If that trial finds him guilty, then he could face up to 3 years in prison, a hefty fine, and he will be banned from any public office for 5 years.